Next item about our story, we're still trying to catch up here.
Yeah, so we had to go back
I
to
put my catch
Sacramento
away.
at the end of August. We had to make another trip to Sacramento
To get Cason.
to get Cason,
And
to
the
get the
last
rest of our stuff.
storage unit.
Yeah, we got the rest of our stuff and got Cason, and so that was nice. It was really a weekend trip. We leave Wednesday and got there Thursday, I think.
We kind of pushed through kind of quick, didn't we?
It was
don't
literally, we were literally there over the weekend. We went to church Sunday morning.
With
And
Vintage
then-
Park, missed you guys still.
Yes, Sunday evening was
Shout out Pastor
The-
Ron, Pastor Keith, thinking about you all the time. Thank you.
Sunday evening. So Sunday morning we went to church at Vintage Park, and Sunday evening we didn't go because I had the dog. But Dave went to the potato feed at Pastor's house down in California, and so then Monday morning we got up and we. So I think we left our house Thursday. We got there Friday, and then Saturday was I spent some time with my friend Carrie, and then Sunday we went to church, and Monday we got up, went and got the van, and I went and picked up Cason and all of his stuff. Dave went and loaded up the van with the rest of the stuff from storage, and we left I think we were gone by noon, and we got on the road, and we went up and we stopped in K Falls and got a hotel room there for the night, and so then the next day, Tuesday, we got up, left K Falls, and drove the rest of the way home, and we got home Tuesday evening. So it was just a very quick trip that we left. Considering 4 days we were on the road, we were only gone 6 days. That's how quick it was. And but we brought Cason up, so got him settled into his room.
Cason,
So
Cason's adjusting. He
Yeah.
wants the snow. He
he
wants
wants
the snow.
He wants the snow. Of course, he wants to go fishing too. We did go up to
Pat-
Twin Lakes and looked around a little bit.
Pastor
but we
Dan
didn't
invited
fish.
us to go fishing with him, but
Yeah.
we need to get squared away first. And
We're
first
still
of the year
trying-
we're going. Oh, Bass Pro Shop.
Bass Pro. When we got Cason up here, we told him we were going to go to the
I'll throw
the
some photos
aquarium.
up of our trip.
We were going to the shooting range and the aquarium. We told him we'd go hang out at the shooting range and the aquarium. So he's like, why would we go to a shooting range and an aquarium? Well, we went to Cabela's. So, which has these two huge fish tanks with the local fish in it. You know, it had some sturgeon in it, and it had some trout in it, and other fish in it too. You know, that you could get in the local rivers and lakes and stuff.
Yeah, Sheena, that's where we picked up
Bass. Had bass in it. So that was the aquarium part, and then the shooting range. They had the little. Did they have BB? They didn't have BBs.
It's not. No, it's the
like
light.
a laser,
the light
like a laser
rifle thing.
The rifle, you pull the trigger and the laser hits the target
So
type
the
thing.
token system was broken, so everything was just free. Just grab a gun and start shooting.
Just start shooting.
And
So
making the
that
bear
was the shooting range.
drawer and
The
all
aquarium, which he was not what he expected, that's for sure. But he still liked it. He still had fun. So we did that. We went to Cabela's. Cabela's, we've been there a few times, and we like Cabela's. So it's nice. There's a lot of antique stores here too, so I've been happy because I've been antique shopping and thrift store shopping, and it's been fun. Some of the women at church recommended a thrift store, and I went there, but I didn't get as much time because I could spend literally all day in antique store or thrift store, and there's an antique store right next to the thrift store. So I did get to check out part of each one, but I didn't get to
Oh,
do
you're
all
talking
the
about
shopping.
that
I
one that
wanted
we
to.
went to that one day?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's big. It's
hospice thrift store and the antique store, and so the antique mall, and so
I bought something.
Yeah, we have to go back. Oh, that's
What?
right. We'll talk about that. So Cason's birthday's coming up, and I've been trying to figure out what to get him. Remember, they had one thing there that we talked about getting him
Does it
at
start
the
with an
antique
M?
store. Starts with a T.
Okay, we'll have to talk about it off the
We'll
air.
talk about it. So that's something, because we've been racking our brain. His birthday's in 3 days,
I
and
don't think
we
Cason
still
watches
haven't
these
really.
videos, but just in case.
Yeah, we still haven't got him his gift, but I'm not going to say just in case. But he also talks to his sister, and I don't want her to tell him.
Oh, no.
So
Shout out to Keely,
hi,
Ms.
Keely.
Producer,
Yes. She's on the road
from the
so-
first video.
But she's hoping to be here maybe for Thanksgiving, so maybe we'll see her in a Thanksgiving video. But yeah, so it's nice. So we got here and got Cason here. We've been trying to show him some things. We showed him the amusement park, but we haven't gone yet.
I took him to Triple Play. Triple Play's got like indoor bowling alley, indoor miniature golf, laser
Amusement
tag,
games,
arcade.
Yeah, arcade games.
Outside they got the race car go-karts and a little.
Miniature golf outside.
They have like an indoor-outdoor mini water park thing, and it's called Raptor something. It's a dinosaur, so Cason likes it.
Yeah, so we've been trying to show him some of the cool things about living in this area, and
I did one game of bowling. I hadn't bowled since pre-COVID, and my leg was hurting and my back was hurting, but I wanted to go bowling so bad, and my first 3 balls were gutter balls. It's like, oh my goodness, this little girl, she's like 5 or 6, blowing me away, and it's like, oh man. So I'm feeling better now. I mean, yeah, after the trip you were talking about where we went to the thrift store, antique store, my left leg was killing me. I really thought my bowling days were over. But we made an appointment for the doctor, and like 2 hours before we got there, it's like, ding, everything's fine.
yeah,
So, but I don't know what it was, but I'm glad.
it's just the doctor's appointment is just a new patient appointment, not anything. We didn't go see her because
I wasn't complaining about it, or not complain, but tell her about it and see what she thought. But
yeah,
it's like when you take your car to the automotive place, it stops
it's
dinging
just
when you get it in there.
Yeah, just a new patient visit. So to establish us as patients, that's all it is. But yeah, it's nice. There's movie theaters, and we have to drive to everything, but it's kind of funny because in Elk Grove, Dave would be like, yeah, let's go over to, such and such. I'm thinking, but that's like 3 miles away. I don't want to go that far to get whatever. Now it's like, okay, let's go to the mall, or let's go to Joann's Fabrics, or
And that's the next
Hobby
town or
Lobby.
2 towns away.
Oh my gosh, Hobby Lobby. Let's go to Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby's in Spokane.
Okay, that's in another state. It
Spokane
takes
Valley.
a half hour, 45 minutes to get to Hobby Lobby, but to us that's like, oh yeah, that's worth it. That's not that far away. That's the whole change of mindset. Is that
It's like going up to Roseville, kind of.
yeah? It's crazy because
From Elk Grove.
things that we used to not want to drive just 3 miles to get to, now we'll drive 10 miles to get to, and it's nothing to take that 10-mile trip. So
Plus, the truck and the car get really good gas mileage, and with the gas as cheap as it is compared to what we're used to.
Because we're not going to
Whatever.
work. We're not having to drive. Before we were driving like 12 miles to church. Now it's like 2 miles.
Yeah.
It takes us 5 minutes to get to church in the morning when we go to church. It's really not that far to church because our church is close by. But everything else, it's a drive.
I can
but
actually
it's
drive
not-
home and back to the church between Sunday school and church.
Yeah.
If I had to do it twice because situations arise. But
Yeah. There's different reasons. Cason was at church
Yeah,
with us one day. He
last
got a
time,
headache,
yeah.
so Dave.
And I
brought
wasn't
him
feeling
home.
good one time, and
Yeah. So yeah.
I love our church. It's
good
not a
church.
huge church.
No,
I
it's
actually had the
small.
chance to learn everybody's name. Hopefully, I'm having troubles. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and I can't remember people's names, or I'm just one and everybody knows me, and I'm trying so hard.
They're so friendly there. It's small. If 50 people show up, it's a packed church. It's a small church, but it's very. We love that it is more personal. So big churches are great for people who like the big church experience. Dave and I do not like a big church experience. We feel like we get lost in a big church. We like the small church experience because
I've been in a large church before.
You can
But-
get lost. When you go to a church for 3 years and somebody says, "Oh, are you new here?" No,
Yeah,
I've been going here for 3 years.
That's when I left that one church. there.
That's when you know that it's a little too big for you. But some people like that. That's fine. That's great for them. For us, that's not what we like. We like to know our church families. We like to get to know our church families. In fact, I think like not even 2 weeks after we started going to this church up here, after we moved here and we started going to the church, not 2 weeks later they had VBS, and I volunteered, because for me, first, it's a great way to get to learn more names and get to meet the people and get to know about the people there. So
And you
it
learn
was
cool
nice for that.
songs too.
Yeah.
Destination.
Yeah, I need
I
to
loved
wipe
it.
that part of his memory. It's like,
Yeah, that's my one regret of not becoming a Christian earlier in my life. I missed all those things the little kids got to do in church.
you
But-
know, yeah. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's the thing is we're both saved, and it's not too late for us, and it's not too late for anybody. So, which
It's a good way to wrap up your retired life. Hint, hint. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, and just to let anybody know, if you're curious about it, if you're curious about what the Bible says, what God wants, who's Jesus, if you're curious about all this stuff, go to a church. Go, find a church that's close by. Go to it. You're going to be so uncomfortable. It's scary. It's hard because you feel like a fish out of water. But go anyway, and then go a second time, and go a third time. And the people in most churches are very friendly. They want you to go to church. They want to help you. If you're in the right church, they don't make you feel stupid for asking the questions that are simple questions that everybody else knows the answer to, because they want you to know too. You're not stupid for not knowing this. You're not stupid for not knowing what people haven't told you. So, if you're curious about it, even if you don't know, even if I don't know if Jesus ever lived or if he was the Messiah or God, even if you don't know, if you're on the fence about if it's real or not, go to the church, find out about it. The thing is, you're going to stay on that fence, or you're never going to know unless you make that effort to get out and learn. And so if you have that curiosity, I recommend do it. Go to a church, find a friend. I know you have a friend that goes to church. Ask them, hey, can I go to church with you? They can talk you through things. They can explain things to you. But just kind of get that knowledge to where you can make an informed decision on whether God is real or Jesus is the Messiah. But just don't be afraid to do it, because they understand. The churches understand. Christians understand. So it's just to let you know, don't be afraid to go.
And one thing I really appreciate about both Pastor Ron and Pastor Brian is they both teach the Bible.
Yeah.
And what it says. I mean, a lot of people sometimes assume it says one thing, and really, okay, well, read it for a few verses before that, get your context. Now read it again, see what it says.
Yeah.
And people that, even seasoned Christians, or maybe people that have heard verses in their life, don't know the full context of it, what they're saying.
Things that people say, oh, God said this, or this is in the Bible, and it's not. Or things that you don't think are in the Bible, but they are.
So
it's
New Year's is coming up, a couple months away. Well, yeah, 2 months away. And sometimes, like, even people that are retired put on their bucket list, I'm going to read the Bible one of these days. That's a good idea, really. Read the Bible, see what it really says, read it for yourself. In January, I'm going to try to do a series of videos solo. I'm calling it Doc Faith, not because I'm a doctor or nothing like that, but it's based on the document of my faith, the Holy Bible. And I'm going to go through it chapter by chapter, just reading it, and give a very, very short summary or commentary at the very end. I'm not don't have any kind of doctorate or anything, but that's my New Year's resolution, I guess, for January.
Yeah. And
follow along with me, and you might learn something. You get into books like Romans, and you're going to hear verses you've heard all your life. I mean, thrown out that in literature or in common speech, and you don't realize they came from the Bible.
Yeah.
Shakespeare and the Bible, they both have infiltrated, well, not infiltrated, but they're so immersed in the English language, you don't even realize it sometimes.
Yeah. So, but
my hair, I need to see that.
He needs a haircut.
I'm going to bleep this out.
I told you we'll put a little clip in it right here just for you, and then clip it back with a pretty bow or flower. So
I've got an idea. Go ahead.
You want a ponytail?
No.
I could do a ponytail.
No, I got an idea here.
Anyway, but of course, if you read the Bible, you're going to be like, what? This doesn't make sense. Why did they do this? You know. So Bob Evans, that.
Yeah, there we go.
He got that in Ohio last year.
Yeah.
But
Bob Evans, good stuff.
If you have questions, don't be afraid to ask a friend who you know goes to church. Get them answered. Just, again, we're getting off task again, but but we do like to go to church and learn as much as we can. And I don't know if anybody has ever learned all there is to know about what the Bible says, because it really, you read it and it's you kind of get, it's like skin, it has different layers, and the more you read it, the more you learn about it, the more you realize, it goes even deeper, it goes even deeper, it goes even deeper.
But don't let that intimidate you.
Don't let it intimidate you, because nobody knows totally, fully, 100% understands the Bible. It's just that way. That's just the way it's made. Even pastors are still, being a pastor leading a church, they're still finding and learning more and more about the Bible. They're still constantly learning and doing studies, and so you don't realize, you're not stupid for not knowing this, because even pastors don't know everything.
It's like that Christmas bumper sticker, wise men still seeking.
Yeah, but anyway, we're getting off task again. I'm bad at that. I am very bad at that, I admit. That's
okay.
My bad.
So this video was on Cason.
Yes.
And his trip up to here. I think we covered that pretty much, didn't we?
We did cover that. His trip up here. He's settled in up here. He likes it. We live like 3 blocks from a dog park.
I took him to a collecting card shop today. We went and saw, it's called the Mana Pool. And it's actually kind of cool. On one night a week they have a Super Smash Brothers competition.
This is a new card shop?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's a mall.
Not that Rocket. Was it Rocket? What's that one called?
I don't know. But there's a mall, and there's a card shop in the mall, and he likes to go to that card shop, which is coincidentally right across from Joann's Fabrics. So it's a win-win-lose situation because
I just sit on the bench and wait.
Cason's enjoying the card shop, and I'm enjoying Joann's Fabric. David's losing his money.
Actually, the place in the mall has a ton of games, not just trading card games.
Yeah, it's got games and it's got trading cards, but it's got all kinds of different games. Just board
and hopefully
games,
we'll get to show some of those off here in the meal.
Games. Yeah, all kinds of different games
and
models and stuff like that. So it's a good shop, but. Comic books. I don't know if it has comic books. I don't think it does. But so we're happy. Cason and I like mall day because we can go and each do our own thing in our stores right across the hall from each other. And poor Dave is just shelling out the money to us. So
I kind of
get whatever.
I kind of cracked up because the guy behind the counter at the Mana Pool, he's army fatigues. He's packing. Got a pistol on his leg and stuff, and. I'm thinking, okay, this is cool, This is just how he runs his shop, Big old area in the back, table set up, TVs, a giant big screen. It's a really cool setup they got there. If I was going to do something like that, I'd probably do it similar to what he's doing.
Yeah.
But then he said that he's dressed up for Halloween. They're having a Halloween party tonight. I thought he was just fine, man. But
he's Idahoan.
Yeah.
So Cason, he's liking it. He's really liking it.
Let's see.
I can get you a hair clip if you want.
I need to go to the doctor. I need to go to the doctor. I need to get the barber.
They just put a little ribbon right here, and we could clip it up and make it look so pretty.
Yeah, I just need a haircut so bad.
Clip it back.
Okay. That didn't help me.
That's okay. I got hair over here. Look, it's just sticking out. It's
Okay.
just all over the place.
Okay, so
Your hair's still longer than mine.
we're recording.
That's okay. That's okay.
All right, so
Anyway.
wait, pause a second.